Hi guys! Welcome back to the GIZGUIDE channel. This is Justin and today we're finally diving deeper into this HONOR X9a 5G. Kung alam nyo naman, matunog tong phone na to for its stunning and robust display. And besides that, surprising din yung price niya at 16,990 pesos lang. Mukhang okay talaga to. So, is it time to upgrade? Is the HONOR X9a truly worth your money? Let's find out. Before we proceed, here's a quick preview of this phone specs. Pause nyo na lang kung gusto nyo tingnan ng maigi. So I've been using this HONOR X9a for more than a month now, and one thing I'm fond of is yung stylish design niya. Sabi nga ni Peter sa isang video namin, it has this flagship smartphone vibe due to its slim build, curved OLED display, and matte graphite effect at the back. Its rear and sides are actually made of plastic, but if anything, it just makes the phone feel lighter. Yung gamit naming unit is in the emerald green color, and other variants available are titanium silver and midnight black. Yung circular camera module niya has a slightly thick bump that wobbles pag pinatong sa table. Either way, putting a case fixes this naman. For buttons and ports, all of its buttons can be found on the right, that's the volume and power buttons. Meanwhile, on top we get an IR blaster and a secondary noise-cancelling microphone. Then at the bottom are its dual SIM tray, main microphone, USB Type-C port, and the speaker grill. Now I know most of you are already aware that this phone is solidly built as fuck. There's no IP rating, but its reinforced OLED screen is rare to have in this price range. Sobrang tibay nito guys, binato-bato na namin siya and even had it run over by a car. We only got bubbles dun sa screen protector niya pero ni walang gasgas dun sa mismong display. That's amazing! Let me just emphasize that this is a 120Hz premium curved OLED display. So you can expect vibrant colors, nice viewing angles, and of course, we get an almost borderless panel na na-appreciate ko talaga. It's got some ultra slim bezels on the bottom and top part at sa taas din is yung punch hole notch niya for the front camera. And just like other smartphones out there, the screen is prone to fingerprints and smudges. Other than that, meron din siyang 300Hz touch sampling rate, always on display, and up to 800 nits max brightness. So reasonably kita pa din yung screen kahit under direct sunlight. In the display settings, you can customize the color mode and temperature, turn on smart resolution, adjust the eye comfort mode for some blue light filter, and syempre tweak the refresh rate to standard, high, or dynamic, which is what we prefer to use. As for sound quality, it utilizes the main downfiring speaker and my low sound via the call speaker. Malakas naman siya that it's enough for a small room, but we still get that mid-range quality na leaning more on the highs. Either way, it's good enough for watching videos and casual sound tripping. Just take note that there's no 3.5mm audio jack and no USB-C to 3.5mm audio jack dongle included. But if you want, the audio output will now depend on the type of earphones you are using. So at this point, you might be wondering, okay ba yung cameras niya? Well, let's focus on that. Sa likod, the HONOR X9a packs a 64MP main cam offering an f1.8 aperture. There's also a 5MP wide-angle lens with an f2.2 aperture and a 2MP macro shooter with an f2.4 aperture. Under daylight conditions, madalas we get detailed and vivid shots with very good dynamic range. Hindi siya mukhang too edited. However, its AI seems to get a hard time processing a lot of greens in a photo and a cloudy dark weather. The results we got had some washed-looking parts. May konting distorted parts din when we use the wide-angle mode, but it's just always nice to have this option. Kaya lang with this quality, I personally wouldn't use it much. And come on, medyo weird din naman kasi that they used a 5MP ultra-wide lens at hindi man lang 8MP. Anyways, pagdating naman sa indoor photos, they're alright. As long as we have a well-lit shot, the results look defined and true to colors. Medyo hit or miss lang siya minsan, so we suggest taking multiple shots. Moving on, since we get a 64MP main cam, there's a high-res shooting options app. When using this, hindi naman ganun kalayo yung color sa standard mode, plus we get crisp details and easily croppable outputs. We also tried its cameras for low-light scenarios and we got okay photos that can be grainy at times. Nonetheless, when we use its night mode, we get better contrast and obviously brighter images. Pwede na siya pero kaya pa ma-improve yung pag-process ng light. It's giving me astigmatism vibes. Anyways, let's talk about its 16MP front camera. When using this under very good lighting or sunlight, selfies look great. We get natural looking skin tones and hindi mukhang edited sa face. We tried its portrait mode and ito naman sakto lang. May mga parts siyang na-miss out, especially sa hair. But this is something you'd expect from its range. As for low-light selfies, just like the rear quality, they can seem grainy and smooth. Nakakatulong naman yung front screen flash option niya though. At para naman sa videos, unfortunately, the X9a can only shoot up to 1080p at 30 frames per second max. Sayang though, it would have been nice to have it at least at 4K. But quality-wise, it's actually very nice, lalo na pag may araw. Colors look natural yet not dull and may slight stabilization going on even if wala siyang toggle for stabilization. Again, pwede na for the price. For other camera features, there's multi-video mode, pro, panorama, time-lapse, stickers, super macro, and story mode. Moving on, let's talk about performance. Under the hood, we get a 6nm Snapdragon 695 5G octa-core processor, an Adreno 619 GPU, 8GB primary RAM which can be extended up to 5GB, and a large 256GB of internal storage. Basically, the performance is consistent with similarly priced smartphones. Tasks such as watching videos, messaging, and social media scrolling aren't a problem. And it can run heavy games at medium settings. By the way, can I just say, ang saya mag-gaming sa curved OLED screen na ito. It just adds an additional immersive experience for me. Going back to performance, ang comment ko lang siguro is even though this has a 120Hz refresh rate, we still encountered some occasional delay in response within the interface. It's something a bit common sa mid-range phones. We ran it through our usual benchmark apps and here are the results we got. For security, this HONOR X9a can be unlocked via face recognition and the in-display fingerprint scanner. In our experience, highly responsive sila pareho and we only struggled when our fingers were filled with dirt. And then in terms of connectivity, of course, we have 5G, 4G LTE, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.1, OTG, NFC, GPS, and dual nano SIM. Yes, there's no option for a micro SD card. Inside the phone is a large 5,100 mAh battery with HONOR's 40 watts SuperCharge. It managed to last for 16 hours and 1 minute with our usual PC Mark battery test wherein we left the display refresh rate mode at dynamic. Sabi ng brand, this device can last up to 2 days, and while we were using it, I can say that it can if you're not a heavy user. In fact, kaya pa niya 3 days kung hindi ka lagi gumagamit ng phone. Generally, the battery life is good and it's a real steal to have that fast 40 watts charging capability, so kahit malobat ako, charging only takes less than an hour. Now running the software is Magic UI 6.1 on top of Android 12. Familiar UI to kasi this looks more like the older version. Nonetheless, HONOR assures its users of continuous support for OTA updates for Android versions pati na din security updates. At a glance, you really get that Huawei look but with Google services, which is great. It's easy to organize and customize. At meron din siyang quirky features such as multi-window, one-handed mode, and ebook mode if you want an all black and white experience to protect your eyes. There are a number of pre-installed apps that you can uninstall, though some of them are generally used naman like Facebook and Netflix. Okay, so before we talk about our final thoughts, here's a list of our pros and cons. You know the drill, pause nyo na lang if you need more time. All in all, this HONOR X9a seems to be built to last, especially for clumsy people like me. Wag lang malaglag sa tubig please. It checks a lot of boxes that includes light and elegant design, decent performance, 5G connectivity, 40 watts fast charging, and yung pinaka-highlight niya which is its amazing display. Solid to if priority mo yung mga nabanggit ko. Pero if mahilig ka maglaro ng heavy games and to take high-quality photos and videos, then there may be better options out there. But yes, truly this phone is a bang for your buck and HONOR did not disappoint. And yeah, thank you for watching this review. We hope it helped, and if you're into gadget reviews and updates, please do subscribe to our channel for more. Once again, this is Justin and I'll see you next time.